All right, I think we're live. We are. Welcome. This is our first episode of the Rancher Roundup. My name is Robert Serchia. My Twitter handle is in the link below. Actually, not even the link below. You'll see it hovering above me. And my esteemed colleague, Divya Mohan's here. Divya, welcome.
Thank you, Robert. And I'm so glad to be here and, talk through this issue of the Rancher Roundup with you. So,
Yep.
should we get started?
We shall. So, if you don't know what the Rancher Roundup is, it is our monthly newsletter. This we release it every Tuesday, first Tuesday of the month, and it's what's going on around the cloud native space around here at SUSE. We call it the Rancher Roundup, giving our nod to our favorite Kubernetes management platform, Rancher or Rancher Manager for that matter. We talk about Kubernetes, K3s, anything really cloud related. So, Divya, what's hot this month?
Right. So, extensions are the hottest new feature of Rancher 2.7, right? Robert here is going to be joined by Jordan Leach and Jose from the Kubernetes project on the February 15th, as they talk about how they leveraged the extensions feature to build an extension for Kubernetes on the Rancher UI. So consider securing your spot by registering today.
Mhm.
Robert, what are some of the updates from our projects this time around?
Well, Pinio has version 1.6.1 with native support for IAM roles for authentication. And this allows AWS customers that deployed Pinio within EKS to use Amazon S3 as external storage without needing to specify any credentials. So this is a big jump for the Pinio team. I'm excited to see this. I've been deep with the Pinio team, working on my talk for Civo Cloud. So I'm excited about that. That's next. When is it going to be? It's the 8th of February, where 7th or 8th I'm talking at Civo Navigate, and I'm excited. So I've been working with the Opinio team and doing it. Part of my talk is talking about Opinio. So that's exciting there. Um, Divya and I are big fans of our Kube Warden project. We fight over who's the bigger fan of Kube Warden because it has like everything you want. Like it's like policy, it's rule, it makes rules fun, but it's also WASM, and who doesn't love WASM? So there's a lot going on with Kube Warden. Divya, why don't you tell us what's latest and greatest with that team?
Absolutely. There's a major security enhancement that's part of the newest version, and it's known as the policy evaluation timeout. Along with improving, the security posture of the project in general, this default feature prevents the policy server from running out of computing resources because one or more of your policy evaluations are taking a slightly longer amount of time, and this could be due to it being stuck in infinite loops.
Mhm.
So I think you should check out the announcement blog for more details on the feature and to learn what else is new in this release. And uh, I think when Robert said that we both are huge fans of Cube Warden, um, what the entire community right now is talking about is how pretty cool K3s is as a flavor of Kubernetes. Fun fact. K3s has received a lot of adoption from the community, and we are actually looking out for more folks, um, rather not more folks, but
Hmm?
most of the adopters to come forward and enter their name in the adopters file. So if you're one of them, please do actually go ahead and enter yourself in the adopters file. But KTS also has some new stuff, which you know Robert, do you want to talk about that?
Yep, this is the first release of K3s in the 1.26 line. This was affected by the Container D issue. Was it 780, 743? So this will fix that should address that if I understood the release notes correctly. And it's resolving some pod issues within the CNI. So that's some of the latest and greatest going on with that. But as you're absolutely right, K3S is one of the things that I can talk about that people show up in droves about. I can say, hey, I'm going to do K3S on a Raspberry Pi, and everyone loves to hear that story. We've said it, we've told that
Yeah.
story a million times, but people still do it. So I love seeing. I love seeing what people do with with on the edge space and the home labs with K3S. A lot of new stuff with Rancher. What's going on over there, Div?
Yeah, I mean, the Rancher security team released, the newest Rancher versions, which contain exclusive fixes for security related issues. Now, these versions that have been released, that is 2.2.7.1, 2.6.10, and 2.5.17, are
Mhm,
based on the last stable version of each of the release branches, that is 2.7.0, 2.6.9, and 2.5.16.
wow.
Um, Now, along with this announcement, one of the things that I probably want to highlight is the amount of efforts that are being put to actually align our development processes with respect to Rancher, and we're trying to align them to industry standards, wherein we are actively trying to fix the vulnerabilities and uh, follow the industry standards when it comes to disclosing them and fixing them.
Mhm.
So we have an announcement blog as always, and you should definitely go check out these releases um, to understand what's new.
Awesome.
um Last but not the least, I guess for this issue, um there's the Opni project. Now, Opni is something that's not been shed a lot of light or given a lot of love right now. So I'd love Robert to shed more
Well,
light on
well,
this.
to
Yeah.
be fair, hold on. To be fair, the Opti project had a kind of a change in direction there a few months back,
Yeah.
and so that's shifting direction. The Sanjay and the rest of the engineering team kind of changed direction just slightly. And so, with the latest release of the Opti 0.8.1, users can configure various alarm trigger alerts. And this is like things like user inputted Prometheus queries, if it evaluates true, user specific Kubernetes objects. So there's a lot of awesome things that are coming with the Omni project. Omni has, when I first started here, Omni was that quiet project, and that was AI, and AI is a cool thing. I can always talk about AI, and it was just hard because it was just so big and bulky. Now Opti can run on Rancher desktop. It's
Yeah.
now I say that, but before everyone starts destroying me on Twitter, you have to give it some resources. But for what you get out of the box, Opni is now much lighter, much more robust. I'm excited to see when this thing hits 1.0, and I think we need to do a big GA release party for this one because this is one of the projects we don't give enough love to. The docs are there for this release. You can find that in newsletter. So click on it, read through what we got going on with that. One of the things I want to jump back to the Rancher real quick. I got reached out to yesterday saying that there's some important changes that'll be coming here in with Rancher, and so someone's asked us to
Oh,
do a global online meetup from the engineering team about some new features coming in. Now, I don't want to spoil it, but I think it might be the first week of April, which is not usual for us because anytime there's anything during the month of KubeCon, we don't generally do a live event. But what I
yeah.
was told from the engineering team, we need to put it on. So that's hot off the presses for the Rancher side. So look for that. You can always find where our events are located at susa.com/events or community.susa.com/events. Those are two locations. You can always find any events that we are hosting or running inside. All of our Ranger rodeos are posted in there. You can sign up, check out there. Um, but we have a lot of things going on. It's showtime. It's a section of what we talk about, when we're out in the field talking. So, Divius, why don't you give us a rundown? What's who's talking where?
Ooh, so first up, I think Robert already mentioned this. He is going to be speaking at Cebu Navigate, which is, um, you know, an in-person event, and I think there is also free registration for the virtual recordings as well.
Hmm.
So he is going to be talking about Epinio, and he's going to be demystifying learning Kubernetes for developers. And fun fact, Robert, you're going to be speaking on February 7th. We were confused about that. So
Someone
uh,
like reminding me when I have to show up. My days run together sometimes.
yes. So, if you want to catch Robert, or catch Robert talking about Epinio, and the rest of the esteemed speakers speaking about their cloud native journeys and their cloud native projects, consider signing up and see the full schedule for the in-person tech event. Um, Also, how can I forget? I'm wearing a FOSDEM T-shirt. So if you're headed to FOSDEM this time around, we have a bunch of our colleagues who will be presenting at the
Right.
event in person. So we have
Six
a
people.
bunch of topics. It's not just going to be cloud native stuff. We have folks talking about, obviously, cluster API and um, you know. Uh, update CLI and stuff like that. But we also have stuff related to ALP and the micro OS design for OpenSUSE.
Hmm.
And Richard Brown is giving a keynote at first time, and he's going to talk about how he was wrong about containerized applications not being the way a few years back. So yeah, the recordings unfortunately will be available um, after the event. So if you're there in person, please do feel free to go and catch up with all our teammates there, and I'm sure they'll love the you know audience there, and they'll love to catch up with you as well.
I always hate when conferences overlap like this because it's like
Yeah.
you feel like you have to choose, and I don't like to. I like don't put me in this position. But I'm glad those recordings will be available.
Yes.
There's six talks there that is, and we're talking about things on the OpenSUSE side, on the ranchers. I mean it's all over the place. So
Yeah.
that's a lineup. That is an absolute beautiful lineup. And I mean, maybe we should reach out and see if they want to give us. Well, we should have reached out and see if they would have given us a preview of what they're going to talk about. But I guess we'll have to wait and
Yeah.
see. Well, thank you, everybody. We kind of went did like this is our first quick little read through of what's going on. The newsletter's linked below, so please check it out. It is what we're talking about this month in February. A lot of exciting things coming for March. We're already seeing it. Our calendars are, I'm going to say, just pretty full. I
Yeah.
know mine is, and I know Divya's is as well. But thank you guys, and we'll see you guys in the community.
See you.